Y'all just don't know how excited I am for this combo right here. The one and only voice, Miss Whitney Elizabeth Houston, and the legendary gospel singer, Miss CeCe Winans, one of the few who I think can live um, shine along with Whitney Houston and not be drowned out by her incredible voice. Bridge over troubled water. Let's get right into it. I believe Whitney sung background for her. I think I reacted to that, didn't I? In the 80s. I know they loved each other, and I think I'm pretty sure I heard them perform together, right? Maybe even on this channel. I can't see squat. Come on, harmonies. Yes, you better run.
I'm on your side.
You better put the ornaments on. I can't tell who's who. Hey. Hey. She wasn't at her best, but her voice is somebody. See? Hey, you better, Elizabeth. Sing, Whitney. CeCe's voice she ain't playing. Her range is incredible too. Hey, that growl, that rasp. I know she's not 100. Hey, that head voice run. They say.
Your time has come, and you know you shine, and all your dreams are on their way. But see,
Come on. Hey. Hey, you can tell this struggle to get way up here in the chest at this time, but she's still killing it. Come on. Oh Lord, what's happening? Sustain, CeCe. Dog, go. Y'all better. They bodied that. They both just bodied that doggone thing. Woo. You see here, they weren't playing. They were not playing. I still got some goosebumps. Hold on a second. My God. Okay. Right, this is what I call a performance right here. This is a performance. This is a performance. My God, for God. Whitney Houston. First, I will say that as I said, you can tell this was like 95. The video said, I believe. You can tell by that time she was it was evident that her higher chest range was limited. It was starting to be limited, and I could tell the amount of first of all, the veins popping out of her neck. It was just incredible to see that. And you can just tell by when she went up, it was not easy. It was a lot. You could hear the strain and the rasp and the growls that it made it savage to me. I'll be honest with you. I thought it was all the more savage from a purely audible standpoint, not as a technician or whatever the heck y'all, vocal technician, but as a purely sonic standpoint, it sounded all the more savage and soulful in my opinion. And it was just, it was, but what stood out with Whitney here was the melisma, the runs, the riffs. When she when she hit the C in head voice, no, I'm sorry, I'm trying to think of what did she hit when she hit the head voice, and then ran in the head voice, and then stopped, and then finished the run down into the chest. Descended down when that melisma from the head to the chest. That was so dope. That was so dope. That was so dope. And a lot of the melisma here, she was just bodying. And it was CeCe Houston, not CeCe Houston, I'm sorry. CeCe Winans part when she was singing, and Whitney said, when she said, hey, something like that. I sound a mess right now, I'm sorry. But she did the hey, and she did it so fast, and it was so doggone accurate, and it was like it just hit her, and that came out. I know how that's like, but that was dope. That was dope when she did that hey ad lib, while CeCe Winans was doing her part, and then now for CeCe, her range, her power, was just off the chain. Her power and her range here, I mean, she made it look effortless. Her power and range, CeCe can go. Look, she can go with anybody. And she was incredible here. Her power, and at times I could not tell them apart. Their tones were so similar, and their head voice, little battle they had towards the end, their head voice, they were just going hee hee hee. You know what I mean? Just going back and forth. I could not tell who was who doing that for the life of me. I could not tell. And a few more parts. They were even in chest voice. They were singing earlier, and they were just going back and forth. Even the very beginning of it, I could not tell certain quick runs, especially in the head voice. Though I mean, it was like who is who. I could not for the life of me tell. They sound so doggone similar sometimes. I mean, I can't lie. A lot of times it's a dead ringer. But I will say that it was noticeably easier for CeCe to hear the highs at this point. Now I remember watching a performance of theirs from the '80s when they was it turn on the lights, something like that. Say the word from darkness. When they did that part, it was the opposite. Whitney was way up there, just as easy as her old '80s, just as light chest belt. I mean, it was just easy. It was like breathing for her back in the '80s when they sung that "Hold Up the Light." I'm sorry, "Hold Up the Lights" in the '80s. It was the exact opposite. For Whitney, it was so easy. Here for CeCe, it's super easy in conjunction. You know what I mean? So it's interesting how they both sort of it's changed, but nonetheless they both killed it. Whitney took the melisma home, beat that agility to death, and CeCe took those highs home. Just toe it up. They're both vocal. I mean giants. They both in their primes could go toe to toe with anybody and tear the house down. I mean, there is no question that they're both. And to me, again, certain notes, their tones are just a dead ringer for me. But this was incredible. This was a performance. People ain't doing nothing like this today. It's sad. It's really, really sad. I mean, people today ain't touching it, really. And the band, the drummer, he was killing it. The band was everything was just dope. Thanks for liking and subscribing, and also their chemistry. Their chemistry was on. It was like sisters performing. Really, I felt they just I love the chemistry. It was dope. The whole thing was awesome. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Please get to 2 of your favorites. I'm done.